Welcome back to the channel. Today Nacy's gone off to work, but I'm in downtown Sacramento and they have a whole mural exhibition sort of displays across the city that I have seen just driving around. So today I'm going to take you on a little tour around our hotel in Sacramento, show you some of the murals, show you some of the cool historical buildings that are here, and engage in what Sacramento has to offer. So come get lost with me today. These are the first murals I found going outside my hotel. I like the John Lewis one. If you've ever been to the Atlanta airport, apparently they have a whole tribute to him at the Atlanta airport outside of TSA, where you can learn more about John Lewis, but that's pretty neat. He's got the Black Panther outfit on with the Black Panther necklace. That's really neat. I like that one. Look at the colors and the plants in that one. That one's pretty neat. So this is the 7th Street Exchange. So there's a nice QR code underneath it for Wide Open Walls by Lee Casso. And it's got a QR code, so mass transit. But there's a whole mural walk in this area, so I'm going to try to film some while I'm here. This is another one outside the hotel. Oh, there goes the metro. This is a monkey and its little baby. I love the colors and stuff, and it like pops off the wall. It's almost 3D-esque. And then I like at the top, there is a Mario question box, which is really cool. And then something that's really neat is, well, watch this. So this is an alleyway. At the other end of the alleyway there, let me get on the side of this tree. There's a banana taped to the building. So it's like a big banana that's taped to that building over there. I'm guessing it has something to do with the monkey thing at the end, but it's kind of cool. It kind of stretches the mural across the way. Even the electrical boxes and stuff have some painting on them. It's pretty cool. CapitalBoxArt.com. It's pretty neat. Here's an outside shot of that AC hotel. So this display, that banana I was showing you earlier, there it is on the side of the building. So it's kind of like 3D coming off the building. This is pretty cool too. It's got rabbits and then raccoons. And then the raccoons are going up. And there's a raven with a crown. And then the raccoons go all the way up to the top. And they're like cracking into a bank vault. That's really neat. Alright, let's try that again. They have this huge bank that's by the hotel. Check out the columns. It's massive. This is the bank I was just showing you. Check out these doors. And look at that. That is some ornate artwork there. It looks like, I'm guessing copper is the doors. Wow. Then there's this building across the way. Look at that. So this is Norman Art 808. Normaste Art? Anyways. And it's loud because we're by the road, but Tupac, pretty cool. Take one adversity, learn from their misfortune, learn from their pain, believe in something, believe in yourself, turn adversity into ambition, now blossom into worth. Tupac. We actually just went by the Tupac site in Las Vegas not that long ago. Then across the street there's another cool one I'll show you. That's pretty neat. The mask. Kind of reminds me of the Doctor Who characters. And then there's a Sesame Street guy. I forget which Sesame Street guy that is. Monster, right? It's pretty neat. Pixel Poncho 18. Got closer to the animal one. Check that out. That's super cool. And then he's got his little drum kit over here. It's really neat. Kind of looks like mushrooms. And then across the way where I was standing, there's like a, I don't know, flower from Apexer. That's a really cool mural too. Look at that. Each one of these bigger murals have these QR codes too, so you can actually find out who made them. This is from the kind of Princess Leia looking one that I showed you a little bit ago. And it's got like digital codes if you want to learn about them. Interesting that Dignity Health must have paid for this mural. Here's that big bank from earlier that I showed you sort of close up. Now, one of the things I find really cool about this area is it's because of the gold rush, right? So there was a huge gold rush. Oh, check out this. That's pretty neat. The public transit here I'm fascinated by. Goes by our house like every 5 minutes. Well, apartment, hotel, every 5 minutes. But back to this. So the reason why there's so many banks and they're so ornate and stuff is because of the gold rush. So when the gold rush happened in California, it started all this money, which then needed banks and bankers and other things. And so they built places like this. The National Bank of D.O. Mills and Company. That's where those sort of spout up from. Check out that old architecture on that Lee's Kitchen over there. Yeah, but that's where the sort of historic aspects of Sacramento come from. This is another one of those banks, the Capital National Bank building, which is this place right here. Again, another ornate building. Look at that. It's got like pearls along the statue thing. And then these columns are, wow. And this, yeah, that's like marble. Fascinating. And there are like a lot of famous buildings here. You got the Sacramento Pioneer Society. This is a building that's now a macaroon business, but it's 1868 as the headquarters of Sacramento Society of California Pioneers. And again, a lot of this stuff is because of the gold rush. With our hotel nearby, this is one of the things that really, really intrigued me. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is sort of the thing that sparked my interest in filming here. This is an old bank. So when I watch those old like Westerns, this is what the bank looked like in those Westerns. You know, they would come in, they do their holdups or whatever from the movies or whatever, or just having the transactions in the West. Look at the old style. It has those old booths and stuff, the wood. I mean, it's so neat. You can see a little bit of refurb, but it is mostly what it used to be. It's really, really cool. And I'm sure they're watching me too, because it is still a bank. This is still a bank. But it is fascinating. Even look at the windows with the little flowers on the top. You can kind of see from the front too, the exchange areas and stuff. It's really, really fascinating how it still has that old school charm to it. And they've obviously added some new security. They have a President Roosevelt Dies newspaper back there. It's like an old piece. That is really cool. Really, really cool. One of the reasons they have all these murals is they have what they call a wide open mural festival, I guess, every year. And it revolves around painting murals around the area. So that's why you see so many of these like murals even behind me. This is I don't know, it kind of looks like a storage container, but it's all painted with different artwork and stuff. It is really, really fascinating. The mixture of old 1800s gold rush buildings mixed with new murals, mixed with, I'm going to show you the SoCo or something like that. It's like that downtown. If you ever watched that South Park episode where they have Little Soho, that's basically what the area is. I'll show you that in a second too. So it's a fascinating mix of like 1800s buildings, mixed with murals, mixed with modern day gentrification. Found another mural in this back alley. It's like a woman fully stretched out. It's pretty neat, holding those things. And apparently it's from 2021. I'll show you from Tu Hermano. This is again another wide open walls initiative. This one's pretty fascinating. It's bees and a spaceship carrying, I think they're called a Lanza? I forget what these little guys are called. That's so fascinating. He's got a oxygen helmet. Apparently the bees can breathe in outer space because they don't have an oxygen helmet. Maybe they're the aliens? Oh, maybe they're the aliens. Like I was talking about a little bit earlier, here's some of that gentrification zone. You got like this new beach deli looking thing here. We actually ate at a restaurant around this corner. I'll talk about that in a second too. But there's DOCO. Comes that public transport again. It's pretty neat. It's so tiny. Reminds me of a mixture of like a bus and a train. We ate at this place earlier this week. It's called Butcher and Barrel. Was it good? It was okay. It was almost $150 for 2 meals and a couple shrimp. Not really worth it, but it's not too bad. I saw this bagel place just walking past and I was like, this is really cool. Look at that mural. It's upside, it's on the ceiling with like the sky. And then the lady's like wavy hair. I love it, and it kind of blends into the natural scenes. There's like a ship at the bottom. Mitch Arnoldson? looks like it's the painter. And this is Salmon's Bagels. It's apparently open to 3 o'clock though. This one's pretty cool. I love purple. So this is the Sacramento Kings. Check out the lion. And I believe the Sacramento Kings are the basketball team. But yeah, I love the crown and the purple graffiti for food. Love it. This mural was done by the California Rice Commission. There's a heron. It's got the field of rice in the corner. And then I'm guessing those are rice plants? That can't be right. It's called Shared Abundance. I like it. It's really colorful. It's right by this transit station that I am standing by. Oof. One thing I do know, staying here, is that these things make a lot of noise. This one's from 2022 and it's from Brianne Cheney. It's a beautiful day in Sacramento. It's cute. It feels like, it looks more like brush painted than spray painted, which is interesting. I thought murals were pretty much spray. This is very like brush looking. I like it. And there's her signature down at the bottom, in case you're wondering. This is another one of Brianna Cheney's, and I'm sort of in the walkway, so I'm gonna have to move in a second. But look at that. I don't know who you are, Brianna, but this is pretty impressive. I like it. And then of course it has tags on it too. There's a lot of public transportation around here. I mean, they just keep coming, y'all. But who doesn't love an original Max? This is pretty cool. A billboard mural? I like it. It's really big. I mean, look at this building, Hotel Berry, which is the place it's on. But man, that's a big mural. I like it. One thing about filming this is I'm going down all these strange alleys. So, you know, when you're exploring, you're exploring. But it's been an experience. I'm not really from a city, so going down weird alleys is something different for me. Another mural across the street. It's pretty cool. Kind of looks like she has armor on. It's really neat. Then there's this Hyatt right next to it. It's kind of like a mixture of really old building integrated with a newer modern building. The contrast between like gentrification and old 1800s California. Fascinating. Outside the Golden One Center, they have this like dart, just this throwing dart in the concrete. Neat. And then they have like a end of one, like it's gone all the way in. Fascinating. Check out the center. I love the architecture. Look at that glass. I'm gonna try to go across the street so you might be able to see it better. So it's somewhat covered by trees, but here's the other side of that center that I was telling you about. It's really neat. Look at the glass work. I'm gonna try to figure out what's in there. All right, again, the Golden One Center. There's another shot with a little less trees in the way. Look at that. That's really cool. I like. Yeah, it's as far back as I can get. Look at it. It's really cool. Another pretty cool mural. I like the contrasting colors and stuff over there. It's another one of the mural walk ones. That's really neat. It's on the side of this parking structure across the street from the Golden One Center. Ooh, and a bright billboard. Look at that. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So the Golden One Center is where the Sacramento Kings play. Okay. NBA. I was right there, the NBA. I thought so. No bag policy. Another one of those lawn darts, or big darts, I guess, throwing darts. There's a few of them. There's a couple down there. And there's one directly in front of us, too. Pretty neat. I don't know what those have to do with the Golden One Center, especially if it's a basketball complex, but here is the Golden One Center from the other side. Look at it. It's much bigger than I thought it was. Pretty neat looking, though. I like it. I'm gonna, I guess, venture up here and see where it goes. There's a Macy's across the street. I didn't even really know Macy's still existed, like in this big of a form. So I found out about the darts. It's called Missing the Mark from 2016. Darts, numbers, dartboard in hand, concrete, bronze, steel, and terrazzo. Dimensions variable. But there's the hand that was apparently throwing the darts at us. Well, around the stadium, not technically at us. Found this little map of DOCO. The name's fantastic. Yard House, Macy's. There's the stadium. It's an interesting thing. It looks kind of like a bunny-esque to me, but then I'm not 100% sure what this is supposed to be. You have to let me know. What do you think it is? Kind of reminds me of Pikachu. Here is the other side of the Golden One Center. Now it really does look like an athletic center to me. Definitely clear it's basketball. They have an It's Sugar in this area too. Little area to play cornhole and stuff. Fascinating. Some restaurants. Well, Tim McGraw's going to be here June 29th. There's the... I don't bring the Roar. I'm guessing that's Sacramento Kings. And they have the picture on the other side too. I didn't realize an NBA team was so large. There's only like 10 people. And I haven't watched basketball in a long time, I want to say. And then there's some more bars over this way. You can see the high rises in the distance. Alright, I found the Century Theater. Not 100% sure where the Century Theater is though. I just found a sign. There's a parking complex right here. Sorry, a little zoomed in, but there's a parking complex right here. I don't know where the Century Theater is. Something I did want to show though is look at that building. That is a cool architecture. Definitely has like an Asian influence to it. And then look at the apartments next to it. Have like an interesting roof too. I've never seen a roof like that before, with like the peak going up on each corner. That is interesting. I've never seen something that looked like that before. What about y'all? You seen something that looks kind of similar to this architecture-wise? And then they have little like... Oops, the wrong way. No, you can see it, but it looks like cats or something up on the drainage pipes there. Wow. There's a pier, lounge, bar, and grill. Doesn't seem like much is open. I'm guessing on the weekend and game nights they're probably open a little more. Look at that. Doing some research, the Century Theater is just some theaters. It's nothing super cool. It's apparently down in the DOCO Solo region down there. The DOCO, there it is, the DOCO. So it's just a movie theater. Still, I like the sign. It's very retro. But the coolest part was those two buildings across the street from it. Now look, another old 1800s California building that's been built on a little bit. Look at that. Look at the architecture. The things on the columns. I mean, the ornateness of everything tells me how much money they had back then when they were building these. They really put effort into putting little details on them. Look at all the way up there. The top, they got stuff too. It's really fascinating. Check out this structure. It almost looks like an antenna, but it's got like a crown on top with some power stuff running through it. That's a neat piece of artwork too, on top of the Yard House. Right next to all those, well, right next to the two Asian-inspired buildings, the apartment complex and then the business building, there's this archway here too that I found in this kind of small green space that looks like it opens up to like a parking spot, maybe parking spaces, parking spots for the apartment complex. Really neat. Yeah, there's the one building that we looked at, and then there is the apartment complex on the other side of this tree. Cool. This is what was on that building that looks like it's business related, the So Yin Benevolent Association. Look at the green tiles. Really cool. Well, I made it back to the hotel room. If you want to see that review, check that out in the show notes below. Probably one of the more weirdly bougie hotels we've ever stayed at. It was a fun time. Sorry I had to put the camera away. It started pouring down rain. I had to like double book it back to the hotel. It was a fun exploration of Sacramento. So definitely walking about with Gary. It might be a new thing that we do. I just kind of explored. I didn't really have anything in mind other than just to check out the murals, and I'm glad you guys came along. I hope we saw what you wanted. If there's something in Sacramento we didn't see, let me know in the show notes below. We'll be visiting here again in the future, so let me know. Otherwise, please hit that thumbs up. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week. And we'll come and get you all for the next one. Ain't that the truth? Baby Ruth. Bye, everybody.